Hello, welcome back to another video. My name is Gemma and today we are going to be doing my October TBR, and I cannot believe that we are so close to October already. It hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. But yeah, we're gonna do the TBR jar if I can find it. It's here, and then go through all the other bits and pieces that I'm going to be reading in October. So before we go into that, how did I get on with last month's TBR? So we have the things from the TBR jar from last month, and we have award winner, and for that I picked Praiseworthy by Alexis Wright, which I DNF'd very early on. I have included that in my August wrap up because I started it and DNF'd it in August. So if you want to see my thoughts, I will leave my August wrap up below for you. But yeah, definitely not a me book. So, but DNFs count. So completed that prompt piece of paper, whatever we want to call it. Next, we had a fantasy. I don't know why I keep showing them to you like you can see, because you can't see. Fantasy, and I picked The Blinding Knife by Brent, which I have started. See, there's a bookmark in it. I'm clearly not very far in. I'm like 120 pages in. It's like 750 pages long. But I'm really enjoying this. This is the second in the Lightbringer series. The first was the Black Prism. I don't know if you can see that on the back. And yeah, I am having a lovely time with this. I'm holding the microphone in one hand because I thought I'd try standing up to film today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so if I'm doing weird things, trying to do things with one hand, this is why. So yes, started. So that counts. What did I do with the piece of paper? Oh, it's over there. It's fine. It's fine. We're under control. Next we had This Tender Land by William Kent Krueger, which I have also started. I'm about halfway through that and loving it. So completed. Who am I? Completing my TBR. And the final one is a recommendation from Gunpowder Fiction and Plot from the lovely Scott, and I chose And So I Roar by Abi Dare, the sequel to The Girl with the Louding Voice, and I have read that. Mate, 4 out of 4. Like, I'm just saying, when was the last time that happened? Like, maybe the first time I ever did this. 4 out of 4. To be fair, I did DNF Praiseworthy very early on, but we're still counting it as a win. So, yay for me. So, let's pick 4 more from the jar. I might have to put my microphone down. So, we're going to call this an experiment in what the sound quality is like. So feedback, welcome. So let's pick one of each colour. I've got an orange one first. Okay, so that is a recommendation from Your True Shelf. So I could go back and look at Sarah's best books of last year or best books of the year so far. However, I was watching one of her videos the other day, and I got massive FOMO for a book that she had read, and so I'm just going to pick that one. And that book is Boudica. I cannot remember the author, but the picture will be here and it will be detailed in the show notes. But this is a historical fiction series about the life of Boudica. So she said this is excellent, and I've had it on my Kindle for ages and I never hear anyone talk about it, so I'm going to pick Boudica as a Sarah recommendation, and hopefully she approves. Okay, next. What did we do? Orange. So I need any colour but orange. So purple. Oh no, it's a Rudy pick. So I'm going to have to pick a couple of books. And then oh god, last time I did this was absolute catastrophe. So I'll put like a treat next to each book and then he has to pick. Yeah. If you're not aware, Rudy is my dog. And he's very special. And he's not good at performing under pressure. So I will insert that clip now. No, wait, I'll pick three. I'll pick 3 books that he has to choose between. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, I've picked 3 books that Rudy's going to pick between. The first of which is Starve Acre by Andrew Michael Hurley. I'm definitely in the mood for like spooky, unsettling, I think. And this is about a couple whose son dies, and the place feels haunted, and the mother thinks that he's still there in some form and recruits some seemingly benevolent occultists, and things go from there. So it sounds super creepy. The front cover is quite terrifying, so that's an option. Then I have Elatsoe. Let me know if you know how to pronounce that. And this is by Darcy Little Badger, who is a Native American author, and this is about America that has ghosts and monsters, and Elatsoe can raise the ghosts of dead animals. So yeah, I mean, it's all about ghosts and raising dead things, right? Apparently, that's what I'm in the mood for. And the final book I have is Once There Are Wolves by Charlotte McConaghy, who is tasked with repopulating the Scottish Highlands with grey wolves. I don't know too much more than that, but it definitely feels like that autumny, wintry vibe. So yes, so I'll see which one of those 3 Rudy picks. Okay, put the cheese out.
On the books?
No, not on them, because Rudy will dribble on them. Yeah, in front of them, that's good.
He's definitely going to eat all 3, but at least we can tell which one's first.
We are ready. Right, call the beast!
Rudy! Rudy! Come here, boy!
Here he comes. He's already munching something, so the cheese has gone unnoticed. Rudy, which book? Which book? Elatsoe! Eat all that cheese. Excellent work. Then I need a green. Green. Poetry. Poetry. You know what? I'm going to go. I've had saved on Everand for a while. There's a load of Ted Hughes poetry, and I know Alice used to really, really rate Ted Hughes. So I can't remember which collections are there. I think there is one called Crows. I'll put it here if I'm correct. If not, again, show notes. So yeah, I'm going to try some Ted Hughes poetry, I think, and see how I get on with that. So at least that's a quick read, right? So, and I think the audio is available on Everand, so I think sometimes it's quite nice to listen to poetry, you know. And the last colour I need is yellow. Yellow. Okay, so I've just picked The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, after literally just telling you that I'm only 100 pages into this. So we'll see if I get to that. I do really want to read this. Brandon Sanderson gets a lot of love. This is the first in the Mistborn trilogy. I know he has a new one in his other series, the name of which escapes me, coming out in like December. So there's a lot of hype around all this stuff at the moment. So I do really, really want to read this. I wasn't super keen on getting into a new fantasy series, being in the middle of so many other ones, but why not? And also Boudica, which I've just added to this TBR, is the first in a series. So yeah, good work, Gemma. Good work. So that's going on the TBR. And that'll do for the TBR jar. We're done with the TBR jar. So the next thing is Buddy Reads. Buddy Reads. And I only have one of those booked in for October, and that is Lirael by Garth Nix, which is the second in the series. The first was Sabriel, and I'm reading that with Dia from Novel Idea, Sandy from Miss Reads a Lot, and Jack from Spread Book Joy. We have like a little fantasy group thing going on, and I really, really enjoyed Sabriel. It was just so much fun, super pacey, super plotty, really interesting world building around necromancy. And yeah, so I'm intrigued to see what this one is like, because I don't think they follow on chronologically this series. So I think we're following a completely different character, Lirael, I assume. And yeah, so that's the only Buzzy read I have for this month. Readathon wise, I'm just going to be doing October. I've done a whole TBR for that. I'll link that video below for you if you want to check it out. There's 6 books on that TBR, so that's enough. Then book club wise, the FOMO book club is doing Horrorstor in September and October. I haven't started it yet. I wanted to wait until October, so I will be picking this up very, very soon, probably next week. So this is by Grady Hendrix, if I didn't say that, and in case you didn't know. And this is sort of all based on a like an IKEA type furniture store, and the whole book is set out like that, which is cool. And spooky things start happening in this furniture store at night, and then some of the staff decide to stay overnight to see what happens, and things get creepy. So yeah, I'm there for it. You can see like on the front it's like a cute furniture store, and then on the back it's got the same image but spooky. So yeah, looking forward to that. Oh, sorry, and if you don't know what the FOMO Book Club is, the FOMO Book Club is a book club that I run with my friend Jack from Spread Bookjoy, and was set up in collaboration with Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, who we sadly lost this year. And if you would like to join, we do a live show at the end of each 2-month period. There's one book for every 2 months. We have just announced our next 6 books for the next 12 months, so you can check that video out. Also, we'll link below. Editing Gemma is going to love me. So yeah, we would love to have you if you want to join in. And that's it on FOMO, I think. And then the other book club that I'm a part of is my work book club. And this month we are going to be reading Kaikeyi by Vaishnavi Patel. This is a retelling of the life of Kaikeyi. I don't know so much about this. It's an area of Hindu mythology, and I would like to know more about it. And I'm in charge of the book club, so I picked 3 books that had Hindu religion featured because it is Diwali on the 31st of October and the 1st of November. So that was the thinking behind the picks this month, and yeah, I've been looking forward to this book for a long time, so I'm glad it was the one that got picked. Then the only other thing I have is the Ben Reads Good challenge, which I'm just going to say now, I also completed that in September. Like, who am I? All of my TBR and my Ben pick, and I did like 5 or 6 of the shorties as well. Unbelievable. But the but the prompt is to read an ugly book. October, I think is what it's been dubbed. And I had a look, and I don't really have many ugly books, but I have a couple of options here. So we'll see how I go, given that we've just added some chunky books to the TBR. But one option is Zorrie by Laird. I really don't know too much about this. I know it was on the BookTube prize a while back, and I think Charlie really enjoyed this. I think it's sort of the tale of a young girl called Zorrie in the Depression era in America. Don't know too much more. It's quite small, so that would be a good shout. But I mean, that's a pretty underwhelming cover, I would say, of a building and a ladder. So that could count. The other option I have is Nesting by Roisin O'Donnell, about a mother who's escaping domestic violence with her children. But yeah, this cover does nothing for me, like the grey and white photo that doesn't really show anything. Well, obviously this is a mother with her children. But yeah, I wouldn't say this was a cover that floated my boat really. So one of these for the Ben Reads Good would work. Alternatively, I could cheat and use basically any of the October picks, because I really don't like those like Penguin Classic covers with the black and just the picture. I'm not a fan, so I could use those also. And that, my friends, is that. So that is all the books that I might potentially will read in October, and I would love to know what you guys are reading. I will leave the new FOMO picks here for you in case you missed that video, and I will see you all very soon with another one. Bye guys.